So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack. On fourth down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt. This fielded inside the 35. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself.
Lawrence now on second down. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange.
Holding offense.
They go play action for Lawrence. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Titans offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Room to run past the 30. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw yet again. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Jacksonville.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Once again, it's Bigsby. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. A run. It's Bigsby. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? And we're back in Music City after this. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Here's Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. The man in motion is Burks. Now, faking the give. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to try it here again. That is caught. What a throw. Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Tennessee. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Keelan Robinson to return. And a decent return there he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Brian Thomas now in the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. The terrific interior performer Jeffrey Simmons on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. So from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that'll be caught by the running back, Bigsby. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. 2nd down and 3. Throwing now from the gun. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and 5. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Jaguars offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, But when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Here comes a return, and it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
So out of the gun, he'll throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it's going to be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jags offense going to take over just before the half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. 3rd and 6. Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 49. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Titans going to open up a 17-3 lead. 3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A first down throw for Lawrence. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He's got it. That's Burks. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down, and here comes 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 54 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Second down, Lawrence. This one complete right side. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. They'll run with Bigsby. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Bigsby. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. The terrific interior performer, Jeffrey Simmons, on the stop. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. On the ground, here's Bigsby. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A throw on the move is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Lawrence now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand. And live to play another snap.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jaguars are able to cut it to 4, 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Now a deep ball here for Ridley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. He'll again get it to Ridley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A give to Pollard running right. Oh, he coughs up the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They send Ridley in motion. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. 2nd and a yard. Now it's Bigsby. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls. And
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team sends offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll tuck it and take up, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down. Here's Bigsby. Woo. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. 3rd down, they go with Bigsby. And he's not going to get there again. Same player, same result. No gain, and now it's 4th down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. So you roll the dice on offense, and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Strong. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. putting the tight end in motion. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. So it's a win here for the Titans. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.